we go. Well, hello. Rose, look what I got. Rose had sent me a postcard. I'm going to show it on What's Up Wednesday this coming week. So pretty with chicken fabric on it. I love it. Hi, Beverly. Thunder all around. Yeah. Yikes. Hopefully you get to stay and the storm doesn't make you have to leave, Beverly. I am working on some stuff for the craft fair, and once a few more people come in, I'm going to show everyone what I have done. But right now I'm working on jar openers. See, they've got fabric on one side and that grippy shelf liner on the other. Hi, Elaine. Do, 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 do. Hi, Mary. Tina. Yes, hi, scrappy friends. Absolutely. Have you been busy all weekend, Tina? Let's see. Melissa, any sewing? Anyone been up to anything this weekend? I'd love to hear all about it. Hey, Sally. Helen, South Australia. We have Nanny B will be here. She's in Queensland. She'll be here. She's just going to be a little late. Hi, Debbie. I'm so glad you guys could come. I know it's short notice. I don't always know what I'm going to be doing, but I have been busy all day long, and I really wanted to get on here and chat with you guys because I love to visit with everyone. I like to be a social butterfly. So none of my usual people that do my moderator or whatever you call it are here. So if anyone would mind helping me out with that, I would appreciate that because we've had bots the last 2 times and we don't want that. Their presence is not required. I hope you guys can hear me okay. My air conditioner is on because it's really warm upstairs here. So hopefully you can hear me okay. That's it, Tina. That's what I figured. I figured I'm just sitting here pinning. I have like hordes of these things cut out and a great big stack of these things. Let me shut that light off. And I figured I would sit here and put these together. And if I have time to sew, that's great. If I don't, that's okay too. Rose took my machine in for annual maintenance and wound up trying to get in. Hey, how's that work? That works out to a pretty good deal, Rose. Hi, Patty. How are you doing tonight? Glad you could make it. Yeah, I like how that worked out for Rose. That's pretty good. I didn't get a new one and my cat knocked mine over. Hi, Janice. A rag quilt. Oh, yes. Oh, I love rag quilts. Love, love, love. You know, it's funny. One of my best friends is blind, and I've made her a lot of things over the years, but quite a few years ago, I'm going to say over 20 years ago, I had made a rag quilt, and she said, do you think you could make a tote bag like in that same way? And I said, well, I don't know. But she's a 4th of July baby, by the way, so she likes all the red, white, and blue stuff. So for her birthday that year, I made her what we call a rag bag, for lack of a better word. And yes, I did say that. Anyway, I did it just like you do a rag quilt. I even ragged like the shoulder straps and everything. But that thing turned out so cute. And you know, I didn't have a pattern. I didn't even have internet at that point. So I was just winging it as usual. But her and I were talking about that the other day, and she says, I need to throw that in the washer again. She says, because I haven't for a year or so. And I said, Lorraine, she goes, well, I haven't, been using it as much as I used to. She said, so it's just been kind of hanging around. But we were talking about how old it was, but how nice it was. Because as you know, just like with the rag quilt, the more you wash them, the softer, the nicer they look, Oh, Rose, you don't have to wait long. Thank you, Beverly. That's a great idea. If everyone could give me a thumbs up, that would be awesome. I've got 4 up there right now. Thank you. Let me see. Let me catch up. Patty is watching everyone's live streams tonight. I actually haven't. Normally, I'm on this vintage looking fabric. Isn't that cute? Like 1950s kind of. I love this. Hey, hey. I miss your live streams every single time. Do you realize that? You're putting your long arm away every time I get on. No, but seriously, my timing is terrible. But anyway, as I was saying, I didn't mean to interrupt what I was saying, Patty, but it seems like when I get on YouTube and listen, because that's normally what I do, I just sew away and I'm on YouTube listening to either other people's live streams or just catching up on their videos. But the last couple of weeks, I've been back to listening to my audiobooks. And I'm listening to a series that I've read before. And I am listening to them again. I don't know who else likes to read. I love to read, but lately I've found that listening to the audiobooks makes me just as happy. So I do that. Yes, Janice, it really was. It really was fun. Rose, those monster things were so easy. If you guys want a tutorial, I will definitely do that. I had so much fun. Who was it that said that? And I was picturing the ones I made. The only problem with those, now let me see if I can show you a piece of fabric and show you. Okay, so for anyone wondering, what we're talking about, we were talking about how when you make I got one right here, hold on, a zippered bag. I'm going to use this one as an example, okay? Now pretend that zipper is down lower and you applique some eyes on there. You got hair coming out the top, which is yarn. You can make a face. The problem with that is, even though this one isn't the best example, the mouth is kind of at the bottom. So your bag is actually upside down, which is the only problem I've ever had. But I can do a tutorial if you guys would like. And that would be one that I could put up for next weekend because I'm trying to get some filming done ahead, fingers crossed, because I have the craft fair next weekend. So if I don't get it done within the next couple days, there is no tutorial next week. You love to read too. Hi, Vicki. How are you doing tonight? Joanne, hello from Massachusetts. You're not far from me. I'm getting a tickle in my throat. Okay, Rose, I'll do it just for you. No, I'll do it for everyone, but it's because you asked me. And for anyone that wasn't here when I showed it, I'm going to show it on Wednesday's video. Goodness. Rose sent me that. Goodness. Rose sent me a beautiful postcard thank you note for the bag that she won last month, because she won the creative word of the day for the month, which that's coming up Wednesday. Hi, Phyllis. How are you doing? Illinois, is it hot out there too? I bet it is. Joanne, is this your first live stream? I don't remember seeing your name before, but then again, you know, my memory isn't anything to write home about anyway. Anyway. Patty, okay, I want to when I set up, but I'll try to explain this as best I can with my limited capacity for technological things. My cell phone, I don't have a data plan like through my phone company because I really don't leave my house that often. So I pick up my Wi-Fi signal at home. If I'm at Walmart, I pick up a Wi-Fi signal there or wherever I happen to be. So if I get to the fairgrounds I'm thinking that there probably isn't internet available, like a free internet available. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. I was thinking about that and thinking, oh my land, I want to show them the table. And I mean, I know I could take a picture and then when I get home that night, I could show you guys, but that's not the same thing. And I also would love to chat with you guys while I'm there. I thought that would be kind of fun, but I don't know how it's looking. I really don't. That's exciting. So, do you guys want to see some of the stuff? And I mean, if you see some of it now, you're going to re-see it uh, middle of the week because I'm going to be making a tutorial about it. Now, I have these masks left. Someone had ordered 2 sets of little boys' masks, okay, back at the beginning of the school year. And she ordered 5 for each of her nephews. So I made up these 10 masks and she never picked up her order. So I was out the fabric and the whatever. So I'm going to take those. I figure, hey, they might sell. They might not. You never know. I still have the same ones of these coin purse. I also call them an earbud holder that I had last week. But I have a whole stack of them cut out. Got everything from pirates. I've got medical. I've got this one, which I'd forgotten I had. Look at that. I like that nice bright, the white moose on top of there. That is true, Patty. I could possibly pick it up there. And someone said something to me about a hotspot. But there again, I don't understand it. So I don't know what it is. Let me see. Phyllis, it is very hot in Illinois. I know it's been warm here, but I figured you guys were warmer than what we were here in Maine. Oh, Joanne, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy them. You know, I was thinking the other day, I think I'm at my 6-month-old thing here. I think my channel is 6 months old. I have to go back to see when my first video streamed. Hi, Janet. How you doing? How you doing? Thank you, Phyllis. I hope it goes well, too. I've worked really hard. Okay, so yesterday I cut out a whole bunch more key fobs. And I've got close to 100 different key fobs here. In all different kinds of things, fabrics and everything. This is my messy bag, and I know this doesn't look like much, but like these are the 2 from the tutorial the other day that I made. This one was just scrap fabrics, but I figured somebody might like that other than me who likes scraps. But I can't remember how many of these zippered bags I have, but I have a lot. A friend of mine in Australia had sent me some Tula pink fabric, and that's one of the bags that I made from it. But I don't even know if people around here, for the most part, are going to know that Tula Pink is a fabric designer and that they should or could like her stuff. I don't know. But we will see, because I am going to put up a little note about it. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Tina. Amanda, woo, you slid in. I saw that. Mary, thank you. Oh, triple digits. Oh, no way, girl. No way. I could, I've always said that about Texas. It just seems way too hot for human beings to me. I don't know. Oh, check out this fabric. Isn't that cute? It's a little thinner than I liked, but for these jar openers, I think it's okay. And I don't know if this is catching the color, but that stuff's gorgeous. I wanted to show you guys some of the fabrics I'm using. Seeds. Oh yeah, this is one of my favorites too. Very kitcheny. Pasta, baked eggplant, all that. We have some strawberries. And then this is another kitchen one. And for all the gotta relax with a glass of wine kind of thing, we have that. I've got this is more of a vintage Christmas, kitchen fabric. And I have some yellow. Oh, and my other kitchen or recipe one. Some of it I've already stacked up here and have it already pinned together, but you get the whole drift of what I'm doing here. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate that. And thank you, Tina, for reminding everyone to hit the like button. Hey, did you guys see my new shirt? Thread and all. It just came in yesterday. You'll probably see it a lot over the coming week or so because I have filmed 2 videos today and I wore this both times. I actually wore it last night. I put it on late yesterday and I filmed the video that I put out this morning in it. Thank you, Tina, Amanda. Thank you. It is a good reminder, Tina. You know, it's like I really personally don't care like numbers. I wanted to get to 1,000 so I didn't have to worry about streaming, live streaming. And I know you can do it under 1,000, but you have to mess around with all this stuff. So my first goal was getting 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. And I did that. When I put out a block, that crazy block that I made the tutorial for, I gained over 800 subscribers in 21 days. Like it shot through the roof. But then I also lost some because people thought I was a quilting channel, like exclusively a quilting channel. So they kind of dropped off from there. But that's okay. I mean, you get some people, you lose some people. Right now, I'm really skating close to 2,000. And I'm thinking that when I hit 2,000, I'd like to do another giveaway. So there's that. Oh, you saw that, Tina. Yeah. See, here I am talking. I need to work. You guys just, boot me a little bit and put me back to work, would you? My mouth gets engaged and my hands stop working. Isn't that funny how that works? So has everybody seen how these jar openers are made? One of my friends, she's a subscriber, Nanny B, had mentioned these, and I hadn't thought about them. And she told me to go over to Robin's YouTube channel and check it out, and I did. And I'm like, oh, I can do that. So the only thing I do different than some of the other people that do it, because I did check it out in more than one place, the only thing I really do, if you can call it different, is I don't use the dollar store shelf liner because to me it seems a little thin. I've used it before and had it rip really easy, and I don't want people to buy stuff and then go, oh geez, that was kind of cheap. And maybe it lasts and I just don't know what I'm talking about. But hi Vivian, how are you? Oh, you're watching. We're watching you. Hey Kimberly, are you down off the horse now and you came to see us? Let's see. Hi, Deborah. Oh, there's Nanny. You must have heard us talking about you, Nanny. I was telling them that you gave me the idea for making some of the jar openers. And ladies, I was showing some of the fabrics, but I'll go through those in a bit, but I have some vintage kitchen fabric type ones. I'll show a few, I guess, and I have some recipe ones. Oh, you're visiting your dad, Kimberly. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're having fun. Is it any problem to cross the border? No, I don't think so. I know right here in New Brunswick they're crossing over okay, I think. Are you, Deborah? I am too. I wish it would get the weight off, but it's not working for me. Not working for me. I wonder if Lisa Marie is going to show up or whether she can. I know I think I told her. Excuse me just a minute. I'm going to send her a message just okay. Oh yeah, she can't her and her husband have like a time together on Sunday night. And that's fine. We understand that. All right. Okay, Nanny, I missed it. Or me. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, well, you mean it doesn't work to sew your butt off? It doesn't work for me. Oh, okay. All right, Kimberly. I have some family that live in British Columbia, and they just came to Maine for vacation, and they've been driving and driving and driving. And I wondered how that worked about crossing the border and everything, but I didn't ask them. So, hello, Linda. How are you doing? I'm glad you could make it. Wow, we've got 18 people who clicked the thumbs up. Thank you very much. For anyone new, I got a new shirt. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The only part I didn't like about this was the parentheses on the side. And it doesn't repel thread, as you can tell. I'm covered in it. Even covered in colors I haven't used today. I am very busy, Linda. But I figured I'm going to sit here and pin all these things together. I may as well be chatting with my friends, right? So I opened the door so I don't lose my Wi-Fi signal. So, and I had to close my bedroom door across the hall because if I don't, the wind, it makes like a suction and that door goes bam. And we wouldn't want that. Nobody wants to hear that. So I think you all know that because I've been saying my craft fair is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Thursday and Friday, it's like 4 to 9 or something like that for hours. I am thinking of not doing Thursday because number one, it's going to give me more sewing time. But because I have problems with sounds and vibrations, and for anyone who missed it, like earplugs and stuff don't actually help me out because I feel the vibration. It's not anything through my ears. I actually feel it because I have nerve damage. And so anyway, the fair is going to have truck pulls on Thursday. So I'm thinking that's going to be really loud. Besides the fact that most people are working through the week and they're not even going to go to the fair until Friday, I would think. So I think I am going to just go Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Anyone who missed it, this is what my key fob bag looks like now. There's like 100 of them in there now. Oh, Vicky. My ghostly little friend. Yeah, that would be that. I would just be screeching. Those sounds, the sounds, anything loud really can get to me pretty bad. And then I can hurt for days after just a loud sound. So I really avoid it if I can. If I can. And then I've got a whole bunch of these coin purse, earbud holder, whatever you want to call them. They could be used either way. I've got those cut out and all these. I didn't count how many. I did try them out. I tried out 3. These were the first 2. This was my first one, and I know how. The video I watched, she said she had better luck with the shelf liner being down against the bed of her machine. Well, that did not work for me at all. And I also have what I think is called a Teflon foot. So I thought maybe this would glide against this shelf liner. No, it doesn't. Just FYI, it does not. So then I tried with this up against just the bottom of my regular sewing foot. And it worked okay. It really did. But what worked best is my walking foot with this side up and the fabric side down against my bed. Um, but I did. I gave it a shot. There's the only one that's kind of funky is the one I tried with this stuff down against the bed of my machine, and it's got a little bit of a. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little fold in there because it got kind of funky in there. I'll just keep that one. It's not a big deal. I don't have one, so I'll keep it. Well, hello, hello. We have two more ladies. Thank you so much. I always say I pronounce your name Gundi. I hope that's right. And hello, Denise. Denise Sopatch 33. She gave thumbs up. Correct. Well, that's good because I do like to pronounce people's names correctly. And ever since you started commenting on my videos, that's the way I think of it in my head. It's like we have, there's a woman and she comments, and I think her name is pronounced Lupe, but I'm not sure. There again, I'm not 100% because I just don't know. I don't know. Phyllis, good question. Nope. The woman that is setting the fair up, she has her own craft booth there with her friend, and they take their Cricut and they make, I don't know what it is, t-shirt signs. I couldn't tell you. I don't know what it is they do. So I'm sure I'll make friends with someone enough that they could watch my booth while I run for refreshments or to get rid of refreshments, but hopefully. All the regular people, crafting friends that I have, none of them are doing this craft fair. So the people who I normally would say, hey, let's get a table side by side or something like that, they're not going to be there. So I'm kind of on my own. Yeah. So, is what it is. I'm not going to worry about it because it won't do me any good at all to worry about it. I figure it'll work out. The only other thing that I think is kind of odd is, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Okay, there. It went. It's gone. I know you will, Nanny, right here. You're a sweetheart. That's why I keep you right here. Nanny sent me these earrings. She sent me a box from Australia, and she sent me, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Let me see. I'll hold a piece of fabric up. Oh, that's not a good one. I'm going to clash here. No, I don't think that's helping because I can't. I'm not coordinated. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you? Okay. Anyway, she sent me earrings. And of course, I always wear 4 different earrings, but I keep her with me most days. See you later, Beverly. Thank you so much for dropping by. We're glad you came by. Aw, thank you, Amanda. Rose, I have heard that before, too. I don't remember what it is, so I can't attest one way or the other. Vivian, I am in northern Maine. Northern Maine. Yeah, I had a whole bunch of key fobs cut out, and oh, I didn't tell you guys. I'll tell you after the key fob story. I cut out all the key fobs, and what I do is put interfacing on them. And then the other ones, the first ones I made, I put like a little 3/4 inch strip of cotton batting in there. But I didn't really think it needed it. I think they were pretty good on their own, so I didn't do that with the second half of them. But I got those all finished up sewing today. Okay, so Kimberly, northern Montana, close to Canadian. You did, Gundi. That's awesome. Do you remember where it was? Was it coastal or mid state or um okay, so many of you know what happened to my sewing machine there a week or so ago, that my cat jumped up on it and knocked it over. And it did live to tell the tale. And so far, fingers crossed, so good. I haven't had any issues with it. Um, well, I am getting ready for the craft fair, as you know, and I'm frantically sewing away. And I can't sew without a sewing machine, an iron, of course. And my iron, when you plug it in and say you put it on cotton or whatever, when it reaches that temperature, it goes beep beep to let you know it has, gotten to the right temperature. And if you don't move it around after, I think it's 15 minutes, it will go beep beep, like, I'm over here, lady. So you go over and you just pick it up, and I lay it down as if I'm going to iron, and I stand it back up. It's fine. So last week started the issues. I was using it. I'm actually like this, rubbing with the iron, and it's going beep, as if it's going to shut off because I haven't used it. I thought, that's kind of odd. Must be a sensor in there. But leave it to me to have something equipment-wise not work right. So I was sewing along the night before last, and I went over to iron. I picked it up, and it goes beep, 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 just that quickly. And I'm like, oh no, that just can't be good. So I tried everything. I shook it. I moved it. My husband said, unplug it, plug it back in, see if that works. That didn't work. I plugged it back in, and it's just going beep, 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 beep. But even above the annoying sound, which I couldn't have tolerated anyway, it stopped heating up. So thinking, okay, what am I going to do now? Oh, I have some spares. Don't worry. So the first one I have, if I can reach it, goodness, I put things away, is this one. My friend Lorraine bought me this 2 birthdays ago. I wanted one, and she bought me one for my birthday, and it was great. Only I really don't like it. It doesn't get very hot. I like a really hot iron. And number 2, you can put water in here. You just open this thing up and you put water in there. And then when I move it, the water comes out all over the place. So I don't put water in it. The only thing I have found this helpful for is very small items. But I dig it out the other day. But it just was not hot enough for what I needed to do. So I thought, oh, I know what. I've got another iron that my neighbor and friend had gave me as a backup a few years ago when my other iron had died. I'll go grab that. Great idea. I brought it up here, plugged it in. There must have been water in it for however many years. I don't know, because it hadn't been mine. It sprays this brown water out all over my table here and some of my fabric. Thankfully, it was not a good piece of fabric. I'm thinking, really? Like, this just can't go on. So then Lorraine bought me the other iron. Yes, same friend bought me a different iron last September for my birthday. So I dig it out. Where is it here? It's just a basic lightweight iron, which I like because I don't like anything heavy. Probably $10, $12 iron from Walmart. You can't shut the steam on or off. If you put water in it, you're working with steam. If you don't want steam, dump the water out. I don't always want steam. Now I sound picky, but so there I am. I've got all these irons. I don't have an iron to work with because at that point I got one broken one spewing water, so I'm left with these 2. So I messaged my son and I said, "You going to Walmart anytime soon?" I said, "Because Mom is stuck getting ready for the craft fair and I don't have an iron." He's like, "Oh, geez, yeah, I'll go for you." So he did. He went and got me one, and I bought the same one that I had that had the beeping issue. But that's been a really nice iron. I've really enjoyed it. Okay, now I've got to go back up. White Mountain National Forest. I've never been there, Gundy, but I'm glad that you were able to enjoy Maine. It is a beautiful state. Oh no, Helen, I hope you're not too sick with it. I hope you're not too sick. Because some people just feel, you know, a little bit in passing, and then other people get really sick. So it sounds like you're up and about. So I'm going to take it that you're feeling pretty good, and I hope that continues. Oh, Vivian, so you're from Connecticut. My husband used to live in Connecticut when he was with his first wife, but we won't talk about that. That's why I was like, Amanda, iron problems are the worst. They are. So I can show you guys what iron I have that I really like. This is my favorite iron. I don't know how well you can see, but it's a Hamilton Beach. It is fairly heavy, but it has cotton and then linen setting, so it gets good and hot. I don't have to worry about the heat for sure. Kimberly wish list. Yeah, well, that's the thing. My husband said you need to get another iron. I said, well, I just bought one. He said, no, you need to have a backup it's right. He's right. It could happen. It really could. Oh, Rose, that was a lucky find. I've wondered if those expensive irons are worth it. And I mean, by expensive, I paid $42 for that one, and that to me is a mint. But I know that there are some really nice irons out there. I don't know if I could force myself to spend it, though, to be honest with you. But maybe if they're worth it, I don't know. Kimberly, have a nice night. Thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you for the reminder, Tina. You're going to keep everyone on their toes. Tina, can I make you a mod? Do you mind? Or I just don't want to get hit up like we did there the last couple of times. Thank you. Everybody, we can give her a round of applause. Hey, Helen, you're over the worst. Hubby was a good nurse. Oh, well, that's always good. You hold on just a second, Vicki, and I will let you know. Thank you again, Tina. I appreciate that. Okay, my squares are cut at 6 inches. So you have to have 2 blocks and 1 piece of shelf liner for each one of these. So you take, I'm going to make myself up. I'm going to be the board here. You put right side up, then your piece of shelf liner, and then you'd put your next piece, whoops, sorry, this isn't working well. Then your next piece goes down. So see, both fabrics are facing each other, and they just have that in the middle. So you leave a little opening. Goodness, if I could hold this together. You sew around it with a 1/4 inch seam allowance and just leave a little opening to turn it. You flip it right side out and top stitch it, and then you've got a jar opener. Yeah, Amanda, that's the thing. Mine does not get very hot. Now, my mom was trying to make the bowl cozies, and she got so discouraged, and she kept telling me I can't press down enough like she had flipped her bowl cozies right side out and she was trying to stitch the top. And I said, well, Mom, you got to iron that, just really give it some steam. Well, come to find out she was using one of these. And I said, well, no wonder, because to me, with what my other iron heats up to, this doesn't do it. So either I got to bum, one of these or not, but I know people love them. I do use them like during a video. If I'm just doing something simple that doesn't require, a whole lot of heat, I will use them. But do I love it? I don't, but you use a mister for steam. Yeah, I have a spray bottle here and it's handy for the cat. If she comes in my room. No, really. I only did that when she was a kitten, trying to teach her stuff, and I guess it worked. Well, no, maybe it didn't. She knocked my sewing machine over. Rose does it. You're welcome, Vicki. See, Amanda, that's what I'm talking about. I couldn't grab it because it's warm, but it's not hot enough. It's not hot enough for what I need it to do. So I'm glad I'm not the only one, because that was driving me bonkers. Just absolutely bonkers. And, Really, Tina? So you like yours? Okay, Denise, we will be here. And there's another style of the same brand that has a different. It's got more of a grasp handle, like handle on a scrub brush. Maybe I've noticed that there's a couple of different ones. 2007. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I can't use the steam in it, and it doesn't get hot enough. So for me, it's kind of like, okay, 2 strikes, you're out kind of thing. But like when I made masks, I used it a lot for that because I could get into the little nooks and crannies really well. I thought, anyway. Oh, Nanny, I made one. You want to see it? More hands here. You can have mine. I'll get on the plane. I'm flying over to your place right now. Zoom, zoom. Okay. Now, you got to remember, this was my first one, right? No judgment now. Okay, first off, Nanny, I didn't ask you if you put anything in it. And I was just trying it for myself. This was not for sale, but I didn't know if you used any interfacing or anything. And when I got down here, see, I kind of sewed it this way so it holds kind of in a V. You don't. Hi, Jeanette. How are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you're okay. I hope you're not getting sick with the flu or something. You better get lots of rest. I'm sorry. So Nanny, mine just feels kind of flimsy, but I guess that's okay because I was thinking if I put anything in it, then it's not going to be very flexible, so it might not be comfortable on the neck. So, oh, you tell me it's perfect anyway. You're so sweet. And Jeanette, don't worry about anything. The tutorial this morning was a quick, easy one because this chickie's getting ready for the craft fair, So, but someone else gave me a fabulous idea of what they would like for the next tutorial. Rose named it. That's what I'm going with. Hey, Denise is back. What brand is my cup? This one here? HAUSHOF. I got it on Amazon when my other one crapped out. No, my other one, the lining came separated and, See, Nanny, that's what I figured. Okay, I have a lot of stuff to show you guys on Wednesday, but I've been so excited So nobody mentioned it in today's video. I left something sitting. Actually, by mistake, I left it sitting. But it's so pretty, and nobody said, "Where'd you get that?" And I was like, they didn't notice. No, I'm teasing you guys, but okay. Check this out. You see the kangaroo fabric and everything on it? But look, there's a little teapot, and see the button on the side, and there's thread on the spools. Isn't that adorable? Nanny sent me that. I just love it. I just love it. I sit here and look at it. I haven't used it like for a pin cushion yet, and I need to find just the right place to sit it in the sewing room because it's beautiful. So I want to be able to see it. I just don't want to stick it on a shelf somewhere. Oh, Mary said she saw it. Oh, who else? Oops, goodness. Tina. Well, see, I figured maybe people saw it, but of course I keep everybody busy with that word of the day, and I'm really not trying to guilt you guys. I really am teasing. Mary saw it. Gundy, Amanda, Vicky. I think it's adorable too. Nanny sent it to me. I opened a box and she said she sent me fabric, and so I was expecting fabric, and I got fabric. But that was in there, and she sent me some postcards from Australia, and she didn't even know that I collect them. So I love postcards. It was just awesome. Doesn't it, Amanda? Yes, Vivian, it is beautiful. Oh, you saw it too, Linda. And Phyllis likes it. Rose. Got sidetracked, didn't get to comment. That would be me. But you know, my friend Lisa Marie, the one that helps me, she's the admin on Facebook. She got me into doing this. When I watch a video now, I sit here and I take notes. Like I was watching Adam Sews the other day, and I had all these different things I wanted to tell him, but I'll forget. So I just make like a 1 or 2 word note, you know, so I can remember what I want to tell people in a comment on a video because I forget. Hey, Terry, are you sewing tonight, Terry, or chatting tonight? It is beautiful, isn't it, Jeanette? Uh, Anyone just coming in? I am sewing jar openers. Actually, I'm not sewing. I am pinning them so I can sew them. And I have all kinds of kitchen-y, fun, retro, favorite kitchen fabrics like this. Oh, and this one, I made an apron for my sister out of this. And it's got that Italian look to the fabric, which I love that, you know, being Italian. And, you know, did I ever tell you guys the story of how I got my name? I have to go catch up here. Took a break. You were sewing clothing for a change. That's exciting. I wish I could. I almost want to dip my toes in that water, Terry, but that high school experience just haunts me. Thank you, Janet. Elaine, she is very creative, but I don't think she made it. Did you, Nanny? You had that, you got that from someone, I believe. Amanda, thank you so much for hanging out with us. You're going to go eat ice cream, and that's what Lisa Marie's doing. So you girls both have fun. Hey, Audrey, you're on a roll making the phone pouches. All your friends want one when they saw yours. That's it, you know, and I wish I could make some for the craft fair, but I'm just knee deep in the other stuff. But, you know, they make great Christmas gifts and stuff, and I'm thinking I could sell some after, you know, after the craft fair. So a hanger on them, Vicky. I did think about that, but because the craft fair is in a few days and I'm trying to wing them out as quick as I can, I didn't bother with putting a hanger on, but that is a very good idea. Very good idea. I hope so, Jeanette. I hope so. Nanny, you are that clever. You are. You just don't give yourself credit. But the thing is we all sew things that we know how to do, and there's things we do that others don't know how to do, you know? So that doesn't mean we're not creative. That just means we're creative in a different way. All right, so I was going to tell you guys how I got my name. So my mother named me Maria Elena after her best friend from Italy. Now, my mom's father was born in Italy. So anyway, her best friend had said I'd marry a handsome Italian man someday or something, you know. So, well, I got married when I was 17 and he wasn't Italian. Well, I was divorced 8 years later. And then in 91, I met my current husband, who's Italian. So now my whole name goes together, Maria Elena Fagioli. So there we go. There's the story of my name. Let's see. Oh, that's cool, you guys running into each other on different pages. Okay, here I am chatting again, and I'm not pinning. Not pinning. And I thought I had a bunch of sets of pot holders left from last year, and I think I only have 4 sets of pot holders. I'm still going to take them to the craft fair. Someone might buy them, and you know, it's just like I say with the masks. There's not a lot of them. There's only 10 there, but it's 10. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you guys too. Oh, thank you, ladies. You know, when I was a kid, I didn't like my name because when I was a kid, the popular girls' names, there was Debbie and Lisa. You had Linda's and, let me see, all the different names. There was Denise's. There was all, you know how names go by times. Well, my name was a middle name, what I thought. And I used to tell my mother, I don't like my name, Mom, and I'm going to change it. Oh, I remember saying that to her when I was 11 or 12. And I must have hurt her feelings terribly because I can remember saying, I don't like my name at all. Because I had friends who had the middle name of Marie, but so that's what I thought it was. I thought it was a middle name. And so I kind of grew into it. Now I love my name. Delicious too. It is. Pasta fagioli. Yeah. Teresa. Yeah, see? Everybody had it as a middle name, because I had 2 Lisas that I went to school with, and their middle names were Marie. And now my friend that's the admin, she's Lisa Marie, and I have 2 other subscribers by the name of Lisa Marie. But, you'll find people who are around the same age, those names kind of go in cycles and things like that. So I got to keep busy here. Pin, pin, pin. Yes, I'm only like 11 subscribers from 2,000, and I'm thinking of doing a giveaway at 2,000. What do you guys think? Oh, I like that name, Tina Marie. See, I've always liked Tina, and I like Bettina, and I have a cousin whose name is Belinda. I always thought that was a beautiful name, too. I am, Terry. It's really close. It's really close. Okay. Can I get everyone's suggestions on these jar openers? Let me pin this up and I'm going to show you. So I am trying to figure out my pricing. My key fobs, I'm going to put $5 a piece. I don't think that's too much, do you? I'm going to say $5 a piece or 7 for 30. Do you think that'll go? We'll go one at a time, then I have one other question. Oh, that's beautiful, Vivian. I love that. See, I love names that are not something you hear every day. I love unique names. Linda, that's it. There's too many at once. Too many at once. You think that's fair, Terry? Okay. And Tina? Okay. Good. All right. Now, Nanny just told me about these, suggested that I make these, and they're really quick. Well, when I'm not talking to you guys, I can work them up. Oh, the phone pouches. That's a good question. Um, See, I'm asking for help with pricing, so I'm not the best one to ask, Audrey. um, yes, that's probably what I meant, Terry. I'm sitting here trying to figure it out in my head, and that's probably what I meant. Yes, that is what I meant. Hello, Lisa, our second moderator. Okay, so for the jar openers, pricing. Anyone? Suggestions? There's 2 squares of fabric. Now, I bought a big roll of this stuff and it was $12.97. And I was going to figure out how many I get, but it's 20 feet long by 12 inches. And anyway, just off the top of my head, I was thinking $3 a piece or 4 for 10. Does that sound like anything good? Thank you, Phyllis. Thank you. Yeah, see, Tina, that's what I was thinking. I don't think I could go more than $3 because they're not all that big. They finish out at 5.25, almost 5.5, depending there. Right around 5.5. So they're not very big. And they feel fairly thin. They've got 2 squares of fabric and 1 of this. But I didn't go with the dollar store stuff. I bought the better shelf liner. But of course, people at the craft fair aren't going to say, oh, gee, she didn't buy the dollar store stuff. She's got the good stuff. I don't think they're going to sit there and compare. They're either going to buy it or they're not. Vivian says $4. See, I'm worried because I've got these bags. The ones I've finished just most recently are on the top. Okay. So these are some of the bags. Now, I'm thinking $15 is going to be as much as I can get. But there's a lot of work in those bags because even if I don't add anything to them, I've quilted them. And by the time you've cut all that out, hey, Nancy, how you doing? Good to see you. Make them match. You mean the jar openers, Terry? $15, Tina. Yeah. Yes, Lisa, it is. I assume you're talking about this one. Nanny B sent me that. She sent me some Tula fabric. This isn't all of it, but this is one of the Tula fabrics. She sent me these beautiful unicorns, this fabric. Let me see if I can get a good picture there. It's got like a blue and a lavender. You could put either color of thread. In fact, I used one lavender. I don't know how well it's going to show up. One lavender zipper and one light blue, and it matched both ways. It's just beautiful. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Rose. Okay, Terry, that's what I thought you meant. Lorraine, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I actually hadn't thought about that. You went to a baby shower. Did you make something for the baby shower, Nancy? Oh, Nanny has really good taste. She does. Like, you guys don't even know, and I can't even show you. I got a new package from her, and I'm going to show some stuff on What's Up Wednesday. The only thing before then that I'm going to show is this. And I don't know how well you guys can see all the close-ups. I'm going to try to do, whoops, it's blurring. But see, there's stuff everywhere here. Yeah. Yes, Vivian, they certainly are. Well, that's the thing, Terry. Tula fabric, I know what it is, and there might be a couple of people, but I'm in a really rural area. And when I went to Martin's to get some fabric about 3 weeks ago, I was talking with one of the ladies, and she said, we had some Tula fabric in stock one time. She goes, and I kept telling people about it, but they don't know what it is. Because most people around here just they buy fabric, a utilitarian quilt. They're not looking for the brand or anything like that. So I'm not sure if I can get more out of it or not, but I'm going to try. I'm going to market it, baby. Thank you, Terry. I do too. You have an actual mini working sewing machine. Wow. Okay, I got to scroll back on this thing. Yes, I would love to see it, Nancy. Anything you made. I love to see that sort of stuff. Thank you, Lisa. If you missed it, Nanny B sent that. She sent me some fabric from Australia, and this was in with the fabric. And did you see the fabric on here that this is made from? It's beautiful. And for anyone who missed it, who wasn't here, you guys probably remember that Rose Whaley had won the Creative Word of the Day, the first of the month, and she got a bag, and this is what she sent me with a thank you note. She knows I love chicken fabric, and I do. I just, something about chicks, I just love it. So she sent me a little letter. She does the same thing I do. I don't write on the postcard just in case the person wants to reuse it. I'm not sure I understand what you are asking, Vivian. Sorry. It's probably because I'm here, there, and everywhere. Here, there, and everywhere. So tomorrow I'm going to get my nails done because I don't know if you guys can see, but there's quite a space there. They need to be filled in, and I need to get them trimmed. I can't have long nails because I'm not used to it. So when that happens, I can't type on my keyboard or any of that business. So, but anyway, I'm going to get my nails done tomorrow, and I'm either going to go with a pink or a lavender. Oh, okay, got you. Yes, this is made from fabric. It's a pin cushion. Yeah, and it's got all sorts of little. Of course, it's got stuff on it now because I've been sewing, and it gets strings on it. But yeah, it is made from fabric. Isn't the postcard cute, Nanny? I thought it was adorable, and it was such a surprise. But I felt bad because I just finished filming last week's What's Up Wednesday. So it was on Tuesday afternoon, and I was uploading it to YouTube when the postcard came in. So it missed last week's What's Up Wednesday, but I'll show it this week. Lisa, that's what I'm going to do. I am going to have a little note next to it because some people don't know. And if someone said to me the other day, and it was true, they said, if you even told people they were getting something and they thought, there's people who would buy it just because they thought they were getting something that no one else had. But I'm not going to lie to people either. I just don't have it in me. But I am going to mark that as designer fabric. Blue, I don't know, Gundy. I don't know if I can do blue or not, but I will look at it just for you. I will look at the blues to see what they had available. I will look. I always get like a glitter. Now I don't know if you guys can see. See, when I look in the camera, this looks like a burgundy, but it's not. It's like a candy apple red, and there's a sparkle to it. So But it's funny because I just started getting my nails done not too long ago, and the only reason I did is because my skin and nails are so dry that my fingers crack and bleed a lot. So I can't grow my nails out. I never have, but I wanted my nails to look nice. I wanted just, just have that little bit of oomph, femininity or something. So I started getting my nails done, and now I'm hooked. I get them done about every 5 weeks now. It depends really how quickly they grow. That's a good idea too, Terry. That's a good idea. Halloween time, some orange, absolutely. Okay, another question. Um, I was speaking with another friend of mine on Messenger chat about this, and I had thought about it before she mentioned it, and it was kind of saying something along the lines of, think ahead, think for Christmas, buy now. Anybody have any thoughts on wording that? What to put on a little sign to kind of convince people that they really, really need to buy this stuff? Like, boy, that coughing fit earlier, my throat almost feels sore now, and I'm not working again. I'm going to give you guys a big stick, and every time I stop, you need to poke me. Keep me going. Prod me. That's true, Tina. I could. I probably shouldn't, and I'll tell you why. It's because I Google something and I don't get off. I don't know enough to stay off. I get stuck on there. I've been telling my friends, I can't messenger. Sorry. Because I get on there and I don't know enough to shut up. Not that I like to talk, mind you. You guys know that. No, really though. I probably should Google it, and I need to run off more of my uh, business cards too. And instead of the ones that I have, I'm going to just make it real basic. I'm going to put Marie Scrappy Creations at yahoo.com. So I've got my email address. And I'm going to put something along the lines of, you can also find me at YouTube at Marie Scrappy Creations. And I thought about putting my phone number, but I'm not really comfortable with that. So I think I'm just going to have the email and, leave it there. And Nanny gave me another really good suggestion because she's full of them. And it was these business cards that are made with scrap fabric on the side. Right up my alley. Just, I don't have time before this craft fair. I'm definitely going to do it next time. And don't wait for the last minute. Use this minute. Great for stocking stuffers. Hey, that is good. I like that. I'm going to write that down. Thank you. Thank you. Great for stuff. Because, see, my friend Lisa Marie has done a lot of craft fairs, and so she's had a lot of hints for me. And now I just got to wrangle up all these ideas and get them going. Yeah, I agree. Okay, Elaine. Really, you should, Elaine. I was so nervous about getting them done, but I'll tell you what they do. I have fakes, and I thought that the ones you buy at the store and you glue them on. That's what I thought they were going to do when I went to the nail salon. What did I know? So he starts off and he puts a little bit of glue on the tip of my finger, and he puts this great big long nail on the end of it. And I'm thinking, well, I could have done this at home. Well, he clips that off, and then they put the acrylic stuff across your nail bed coming down to that tip. And I will say, if you go to get your nails done, Elaine, get the gel polish. Now, where I live, it's $10 more, but it dries almost immediately and it never chips and it looks awesome. If you get the other stuff, it takes forever to dry and it chips after a couple of weeks. But you should go do it. It's so worth it. Yeah, I agree, Vicky. I'm not comfortable with that because you don't know who you're going to get or where someone might leave their card, and this and that. It's getting bare. It really is. I've got a couple of silver ones in there. I got out my other ones. I've been picking out of these because I've got quite a stack of these pinned up, although I could have it all done if I wasn't chatting, but that's what I came on to do was chat. What? Hmm. What do you mean, Terry? It never ends. You got to explain now. You got to tell us here, girl. I know what Nanny's doing. Nanny's sewing for a craft fair. Oh, the nail salon. You mean, yeah, because you always need a fill. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's true. Um, oh, Nanny, I love to iron. I'd come help you. I told you I'd get right on that plane and just fly right over. I'll do your ironing. If you have a working iron. But yes, Terry, I know what you're saying. They do get you in that way, but I'm hooked. What can I say? I really am. And my first videos, as poorly videoed as they were, I hated to put my hands down near the bed of my machine and for you guys to see them because, oh, my nails look terrible. Like, because my skin is so dry, my nails were cracked. Oh, they were an awful, awful mess. And so, but yeah, I really like going and getting my nails done. Hey, Sylvia. Have you been hanging out and just being quiet? Because I haven't seen you yet till now. Yeah, it's a whole different thing making for a craft fair. And I got thinking today, why do I do this? Like, why do I put myself through this? Because I like to. And I like to go to the craft fair and talk to all these people. Like, that's why I go. It's not so much, oh, I want to get my name out there, anything like that. It's, can I make something that people want? Can I make a little money? But visiting with people, because people stop and they chat, and you can find the most interesting conversations. Of course, I'm a person, I strike up a conversation in the grocery store line every time. Ask my husband. I'm a talker. It's what I do. The powder nail polish. I don't know if I've ever heard of that, Denise. Never heard of that. I'm going to have to Google that, so I'm going to write that down or I'll forget. Let's see. Lorraine, thank you for giving me a reason to sit on my butt in front of the AC. Commercial free. I love it. Best show around. Well, aren't you sweet, Lorraine? My AC is right behind us. And it's so funny because when I'm filming, I know that horrid looking white tube is going out the window behind my machine, but that's the only way I can stand this this sewing room because it's upstairs and it's so warm up here. Getting jolts of pain, probably time to stop for the day. Um, what else was I going to say? Okay, let me see. I have a question. Hello, Ella. Ella. Sylvia's just back from a rainy walk, so she's late, but good for you for getting out. Linda, do I put batting or stabilizer? I do not. I just put one piece of fabric right side up, a layer of the shelf liner, and then fabric right side down. So your fabrics are facing each other with the layer of stuff in between. I did think, I will have to say, I did think that a layer of cotton batting would make them more comfortable, but am I going to do it this time? I'm not. But I am going to try it because I had the same thought. And my husband used one today because I have a jar that I keep pasta in. And when I put the lid on it, when I went to screw it on, it went on sideways. So it's a glass container with an aluminum lid. We cannot get the lid off. So I took one of those downstairs and he tried it, but it will not come off. But the one thing he did was when he was like trying to get it, his hand got a red mark. And that's when I thought about the batting and wondered, I don't know if it would deter from the actual ability to grip, but I can't imagine it would. All right. Ella, I didn't plan it. I mean, I did kind of know earlier today that I wanted to do a live stream because I wanted to work on pinning up this craft fair stuff and chat with you guys. And I knew I wasn't getting to the quilt block number 3 this weekend because I'm just too busy getting ready for the craft fair. So I thought, you know what? I am going to go on and chat with everybody because I love the live streams. I get to chat with you guys. It's just so awesome. I love it. Okay, let's see. So that's why I went live anyway, Ella. And I went on the Facebook group long enough. I didn't even go check out the posts or the comments. I just went on and said, going live at 6:30 Eastern Standard. It is, Terry. That's the thing. And when I have never been a person that does very much that way, I'll get a haircut every now and then, but I've never been one to like go get a wax or anything like that. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just not anything I've ever done. So most people that know me are very surprised that I'm going and getting my nails done. So, and I need to go get my hair cut. As much as I hate to, because when it's first cut, it's too short. And like right now, it was perfect a couple weeks ago, and now it's getting hard and it's hard to keep and it's falling because usually I spike it, but now it's just too long. So I take that glue and I kind of go like this all over my head, but now it's not doing it. So I was telling my husband, I said, if I could go and get a trim and have her take like just a half an inch, just a half an inch, but that's never how it is. It's never how it is because then I get there and I'm like, oh, just a little bit more. She's only doing what I ask her to do. It's not her fault. Okay, I gotta try to catch up here. $5 for the key fobs is what I'm doing, Deborah. That's what I'm doing. I am gonna do a deal because, like Lisa Marie Esposito was saying, she said she's had better luck. She sells more if she gives deals, and I'm also thinking of giving a deal on the bags too, like if they buy them ahead for Christmas. I'm thinking of, but I'm gonna do $5 a piece or 6 for 25. Um, so yeah. And I do think I'm going to wind off a few more of those, but I think I have almost 100. But Mary, I've never tried those. I got to scroll back up. You guys are talking nails back here. The filling with the powder and the dip. See, that's what the guy does on my nails. He takes this little thing that looks like a paintbrush. He dips it in a liquid and then in the powder, and then it makes the beautiful nail. I'm always amazed. And then he takes a little tool that's just like my husband's Dremel tool and goes around. Powdered nail polish. Huh. Well, I had already written down powdered nail polish, but I didn't quite understand. Ella, I am making jar openers. Nanny had mentioned them to me yesterday and how they work out quick for the craft fair, and they do. You cut 6-inch squares of fabric, a 6-inch piece of shelf liner, which I watched one video and looked at two blog posts, and they all called for the one from the Dollar Tree, which might be fine. I bought it as shelf liner and found it ripped apart fairly easily. So remembering back to that, I got just the stuff at Walmart, which I think I still have the label to here. Yep, I do. This is the shelf liner that I got. And so it's probably twice as thick or close there too of what's at the Dollar Tree. But anyway, you put your fabric, so you got right side out. Everything's cut 6 inches. You put a layer of this, and then you take your other fabric and put right side down. So you've got both right sides facing each other with the layer in the middle. You sew around, leaving a small opening, flip it out, and top stitch it. I made them in no time this morning, just checking them out. For anyone who missed it, I was saying earlier that the person whose video I watched, Robin over at RS Island Crafts, what worked for her is having the shelf liner down against the bed of her machine and then stitching on the fabric. I tried it that way, and my machine, it didn't work well. And as everyone says, your mileage may vary, everything's different. So I flipped it the other way, and it was much better up. And then I remembered that I had a Teflon sewing foot. So I tried that against the shelf liner, but that was even worse than my metal one. So that was out. And what I found worked best for me was the walking foot. All right, now I got to catch up. Deborah, I really think you could get that. I don't see why they wouldn't pay $11 for that. I mean, you've made the strap, you've made the purse. It's got to be worth that. I apologize. I'm not great with pricing. I'm really not. I'm nervous about my own pricing too. But I think that sounds good. Ella, join the club. I hadn't until about, I don't know, was it a year ago? No, it was right before the pandemic. My friend talked me into going and getting a manicure, and I had never, ever had anyone touch my nails. I hadn't had anyone do a basic manicure, let alone fake nails. But I love it. Oh, thank you, Rose. When I was a little kid, I used to go like this and wrap my hair around my finger because it would go in ringlets. In fact, I cut the circulation off to my finger one time. I woke up and my mother said the tip of my finger was almost black because in my sleep, I would put my hand in behind my ear and curl my hair around my finger, and it got so tight, and I fell asleep because I was like 3. And yeah. That's the thing, Terry. That's why I said to my husband, do I go? Because they're going to charge me just as much to take a ½ inch off as they are for a whole haircut. And boy, it is not cheap these days. Right, Terry. It's the same thing like what he used. Like he put the tip on my nail. He puts a tip right there. And then he takes and makes the whole nail out of that powder and liquid stuff. So, yeah. Oh, Lisa, that's adorable. That's an adorable story. They're interesting anyway, to say the least. I can remember getting my mother to take me for my first one. She kept saying, "You don't need one." Well, I didn't need one. I wanted one. I wanted to have something to put in them. Life's not always fair, but I bet that was a good time. The ones don't stay put in your drawer either. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's it. Yeah. You watch Robin too, Terry. Yeah. I've followed Robin for many years. Somehow I missed this tutorial, and Nanny told me about it. And basically, I am following her. But as I do with everything, you kind of put your own spin on it or whatever. But the thing is we have different sewing machines, and I'm sure she'd agree that what works for one doesn't necessarily work for another. And you know, I couldn't get through stitching them. I just couldn't do it. So, oh, we ate fresh out of the garden tonight. We had some beet greens with little baby beets on them, and some wax beans, yellow beans, whatever you want to call them. And I had some chicken with onions and gravy left over from last night, and that's what we had with it. I warmed that up. Yummy, yummy. Okay. Haircut is part of the treat. Ella, they work up really quickly. 6-inch squares, you couldn't, really, you couldn't get any easier. Haircut is part of it. It's a hair turning. It happens with babies and their toes. Oh, my land, Terry. Yes, I didn't know it was the same thing, but I have my second child. When he was a baby, I used to have really long hair, and he got that around his toe. So I have seen that happen. I forgot all about that. Forgot all about it. Thank you for naming it. Yes, Rose, I know exactly what you're talking about. Mary, Robin's YouTube channel is, let me see if I can type it in there. So I don't know how to make the link that's clickable, but you just go onto YouTube and type in RS Island Crafts. Oh, thank you, Terry. And Nanny and Lisa. We all know who Robin is. Yeah, so my video schedule is kind of up in the air. So Wednesdays is our drawing for our creative word of the day for this month. So tomorrow I've got to get my notebook and finish writing down all the names and cutting those little slips of paper apart so I can choose that. And then I still want to do a video of naming my sewing machine contest. And I have some sewing machine fabric, and I'm going to make something for whoever chooses the name that I go with. They'll win something. Yeah, we were all typing together. There, Ella, too slow. Oh, goodness. Isn't that what they used to say as kids? What was that? I can't remember how it all went. I don't remember. I'm going to have to get going pretty soon. It's going towards 8 o'clock. I had 2 nights where the first night I was awake at midnight and stayed up all the next day. And then the next night, went to bed, woke up a little after 1, stayed up. So last night was the first night that I slept, although tonight I'm starting to feel tired. But I suppose I have some sleep. Well, they say you can't catch up on sleep. I know I definitely don't usually catch up on sleep because I don't usually sleep very well anyway. Hi, Jennifer. Making jar openers. I'm just sitting here pinning them up. We're not really like making them as a to-do. I'm just working on them, but I can tell you how they're made. 6-inch. You need 2 6-inch pieces of fabric and a 6-inch square of shelf liner. So you put a piece of fabric facing up, a layer of shelf liner, and then a piece of fabric right side down. So your right sides are against each other. Whoops. Your right sides are against each other with a layer of the shelf liner in the middle. Sew around, leaving a small opening. You don't even have to leave yourself like 2 inches works. Flip it right side out, top stitch. You've got a jar opener. That one has a wrinkle because it was my first one. And that's what they look like. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting here pinning them up while I'm talking. If I could pin as fast as I talk, progress would be being made here, ladies. Close but no cigar. Yes, that's it, Terry. That's it. Yeah. I remember that one. I remember. I was into Walmart a few weeks ago and I turned around and I saw this woman and I went, Denise. I went to school with her. I have not physically seen her since 1982. I knew who she was immediately. I knew who she was. But it's just so funny. But yeah. Yeah, Terry, I do have insomnia by times. I don't always have it. Um, I think a little bit of this is I know I have the craft fair coming up, and I can't turn my brain off. I never have been good at that. If I have, like, say, I knew that tomorrow I have an appointment at 10 a.m., I'm not going to sleep well. Even though I got plenty of time to wake up, get ready, or whatever, just knowing I have something the next day, I don't deal with it well for whatever reason. So, what it is right now is I have all these ideas floating through my mind for this craft fair. Oh, look, here's a strawberry. Isn't that strawberry fabric cute, ladies? Um, and I said to Adam there from Adam Sews, I had said something to him one day, and I really truly believe this. I think that creative people, and I don't care whether you crochet, knit, paint, whatever, creative people in general, I think are more apt to be sleep deprived because our brains are always going. We're always thinking of our next project. And that might not be what you you're thinking of every time, but our brains work in a different manner or different way than a lot of other people's. So I think that we tend to be uh, getting less sleep just because we're creative people. What do you think of that? And then for 8 or 9 years now, I tried the oral steroids or the oral hormones. They didn't work for me. Um, and I always said I was never ever going to go on hormone replacement. But I used to perspire so bad that the waistband of my jeans would get wet because I was just soaked all the time. I couldn't do it anymore. So I went and I said, "Hey doc, I'm not living like this." Mm. Hi, Christy. Energy surges. Oh, Jennifer, are you on the Facebook group? I'd love to see it. If you are, and if you post something over there, uh, just tag me in it. I don't get over there every day. Sometimes it's 3 days before I make it over to Facebook. But when I do, I try to catch up on everything. And if I don't get to everything, I apologize because I really do try. I'm glad you made the coin purse. Great to catch you live. I'm glad you caught us live. Monday morning where you were. It was Terry. She didn't look a bit different to me. I mean, she's maybe heavier or something, but I mean, aren't we all? We're all different in some ways. But we graduated in 1982, and I would have picked her right out of a crowd. I knew her. That's a good idea, Tina. That really is. That's a really good idea. I like that. It is. It's constantly thinking, well, maybe I should do this, or maybe I should do that, or I should have cut more of that, or I should have spent less time. You guys know what I'm talking about. The struggle is real, as the saying goes. It's it's constant, constant. Yeah, I bet it does get things out of your head. I bet it does. Of course, I live by to-do lists. I really do because I'd forget half of what I'm supposed to do in life without a list. Oh, Ella, I know, and it's so embarrassing. I can remember when I finally went to the doctor and said, "You need to put me on hormones." And he said, "I thought you said," I said, "I don't care what I said." I used to have really long hair. First thing I did was I went to the hairdresser and I said, "Cut it off." And she said, "How short?" I said, "Like this, just cut it. I can't do it." I said, "I am sweating so bad." And I was all moody, and everything. And I it's like I just did a flip of a switch, just like somebody better do something because I'm turning into a maniac over this. Someone needs to fix me up with some hormones. And when I took the hormone tablet, that didn't do anything for me. Not a thing. It took me to get the patch. But then at first, the patches didn't work because I was sweating so bad the patches wouldn't stay on. So I had to wait to get to the right dose. Right, Christy? This just came in. I love it. I love it. Oh, come on. If you can teach your dog to write it down, that's golden. You wouldn't even need a list. You'd be so rich you'd have servants. Oh, I understand that, Terry. Hey all, it is a few minutes after 8, and as much as I would love to stay on, I've got to go do the whole nightly routine, feed the cat, do all that sort of stuff because I got to be up, crack of dawn. I want to get some sewing done in the morning, so I have quite a stack of these that I can sew in the morning before I go get my nails done and then come home and rush to sew some more. So let's see. Remifemin is great for hot flashes. I'm going to have to write that down. I've never heard of that. Thank you all for visiting with me. Thank you all. Seriously, it's always so much fun to visit with you guys. Always, always good to visit. And thank you guys for helping me so I'm not all bored doing this. Have a great night. Thank you, everyone. You guys all take care. Good night. Good night. I always hate to click end stream. I feel like I'm cutting you guys off. Okay, everyone, sleep tight. Thank you, Nanny, Tina, Lisa, Christy, Terry, Audrey. Let me go off. Christy, Vivian, Rose. I'm not going to get to everybody. Denise, Sylvia, everybody, everybody. Oh, Christy's waving. Okay, bye.